Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Oh, I've met a few, but my favorite was Keanu Reeves.
God damn it. Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to Bonfire Conversations. I'm your host, Hamid Reza Nikofar, and today we're stepping behind the scenes of the voice industry. To the people who protect, guide, and elevate the artists we hear in our favorite games, films, and ads. My guest is Emma Harvey, the founder of Harvey Voices, one of the most respected voice talent agencies in the UK. For years, Emma has been shaping the career of incredible voice actors, helping them find their place in the industry that's constantly evolving. From viral campaigns like the Jet 2 Holidays ad to the growing world of games and performance capture, she's seen firsthand how voices can move culture and how agencies stand right at the intersections of art, business, and opportunity. This conversation is about voices, but also about vision, how talent is discovered, nurtured, and championed. This is a great source of insight for anyone who wants to enter the world of voice acting, and for the directors and developers looking to discover and collaborate with new talent. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to Bonfire Conversations on YouTube or all the major podcast apps. This is my conversation with Emma Harvey. I mean, we've been working together for some years now, but never had a proper face-to-face chat.
No.
And yeah, and your company, Harvey Voices, is something very special. The roster of talent you represent is incredible. It covers everything. So let's start with from the beginning. What sparked your interest in this field, and how did Harvey Voices come to life?
Quite unusually. I mean, I went to drama school and I studied costume. And I was pretty terrible at costume. I wasn't very good. So when I left, I wanted to stay in the industry, and I'd worked with actors at the drama school, and I wanted to be an agent, but it's a closed shop, you know. I couldn't get a job. I applied to loads and didn't get anywhere. And then I ended up working sort of around the houses, advertising, marketing, in production a little bit, and just all the threads kind of came together at one point, and I thought, well, I can just set up my own voiceover agency.
Wow.
And I was lucky that there was a woman who was moving to Spain, and she ran an agency called Speak. So I did a little deal with her, and I took on some of her clients, and I split commission with her for a few years. And that kind of really gave me a bulk and a proper starting point, really, because I inherited some really well-established voiceover artists like Red Pepper.
Wow.
So he's pretty good to get. So that's how it started, really, and it just grew from there.
How many years ago was this?
Nearly 20. It'll be...
Wow.
At the end of the year, it'll be our 20th anniversary.
Wow. So, for those who aren't familiar with your work, could you walk us through your day-to-day? What's it like running Harvey Voices and representing so many amazing talents?
Every day's a little bit different. There's a lot of admin. There's a lot of diary Tetris, moving, scheduling, penciling, booking.
Yeah.
And hopefully lots of castings come in for different types of things, whether it's commercial or video games. We do a lot of animation. So people are sending their briefs, and then you're trying to suggest the best people for that. So it's really taken up an awful lot of emails. I send emails all day long.
Yeah.
And then a lot of admin. You know, you're chasing money, you're chasing payments, you're sending invoices.
Yeah.
I love raising invoices. That's always easy to do. But chasing the money is a bit of a chore. But yeah, and just pushing your clients, you know, just trying to reach out to as many people and make time to do that, and keep pushing the new ones, the not so new ones, you know, just always looking for opportunity, really.
I'm curious, do you often see these people that you work with? It's a weird job. I mean, it's all remote, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do try and meet up with people. I just saw one of our clients in a show at the Old Vic on Thursday, and I took casting directors to see him in this musical, which was great. And then he took us backstage, actually. So I've just been on stage myself at the Old Vic, which was quite a treat. So I do try and see people, but I've moved out of London now, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to meet up for drinks or something just after work. It takes a bit more organizing. But I think voiceovers is quite a solitary
Yeah.
vocation anyway. A lot of people spend an awful lot of time on their own in booths. So it's nice to see people when I can, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah. So tell me about the process of hiring voice actors. Do you usually approach them, or do they like find you? How did this gallery of voice come together?
Well, I was lucky. Some people I've got from when I was at Central School of Speech and Drama. So Sarah Manners and I were at college together. And when I set up, I posted on the alumni at Central saying, as an ex-student, I'd be interested from anyone that was also at Central. So I did that. And then obviously I got Speak's clients, some of their clients as well. So that gave me a pool of talent right from the start. And nowadays, we get a lot of submissions all the time by email or phone calls. Most of the time, I don't take anyone new on because it's just so oversubscribed and we're just too busy. We're really quite stretched. So it's tough to get in now, but I don't tend to approach anyone. It's usually word of mouth or recommendation, or people just get in contact with us.
Yeah, I encourage people to go to your website, Harvey Voices. What's harveyvoices.com? Is that it?
.co.uk.
Oh, yeah. It's insane, the amount of talent. Just
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky. I really built such an amazing stable of voices. I'm really proud of everyone. And they're all great to work with. There's no difficult people or divas or anything. They're all lovely. So
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, you've introduced me to some amazing talents. They're all lovely.
Right.
So how has the role of voice agent changed since you started, especially with the rise of games, animations, and global media?
Yeah, I think when I first got into it, my background was in advertising, so we did an awful lot of that. And now it's probably switched around that games is what we turn through the most of. And in production here or the States, and they're great because they're like mini dramatic roles, or they are dramatic roles. And actors really love voicing the characters, and if they get a main character and it's in a big game, they can go to all the Comic-Cons, and there's just a whole and a new world out there with their own traveling and going to these conferences and stuff, and the fan base that you get. So it's added an extra level of interest, and people just really love doing them. So that's kind of exciting. And animation, a little bit the same. And my job is similar. I think it feels busier. There's more emails, and there's a lot more. You have to be careful with like AI, protective clauses, and just making sure that contracts are, tightly woven and stuff now, because you're always looking out for people maybe not taking advantage, but, you've got to make sure everyone's safe and protected with AI on the rise. So.
Yeah. And when scouting or assigning a new voice actor, what stands out to you beyond just having a great voice?
The reels, the quality of standout reels can make a massive difference. They're really a good calling card to have if they're well produced, and also quite targeted. So, people who know what they want to do in voiceovers. So they're really passionate about games or animation. It helps to have a reel in those disciplines, because it each takes a different skill. And really, we're always looking for something different, and diversity playing such a huge part, and people with, polyglots who could speak lots of different languages and maybe have an accent you can't quite place nowadays is really handy. So just variety, and someone who's going to bring something new to the talent list, so that we don't get too many clashes or too many people going up for the same kind of role.
Yeah. And a question you probably get a lot these days: what's your take on AI when it comes to your work and the future of voice talent?
I'm I'm more relaxed about it now than I was. I think before it sort of really launched, and this year feels like it really started to take a hold. Sort of having some cold sweats and worrying that this could be the end
Yeah.
stuff. But actually, I think it's just going to make people want human voices more, and it's going to make good talent and working with the human voice more desirable and more unique, and people will want to book the best that they can, because I think there's already a bit of a backlash with AI slop, and I can't bear it. I can't stand listening to AI voiceovers. They make me want to be a bit violent. I don't like it at all. So, and I think most people are saying, whereas you don't want to listen to a robot reading you a beautifully performed book, you want your favorite narrator to do it. And the same with games. And I can't talk too much about Jet 2, but the Jet 2 phenomenon with Zoe is that wouldn't have happened with AI, and she's embraced it so much and just become so much part of a brand ambassador for them. That's kind of, it's joyful, and you wouldn't get that with AI. So I think we're a long way off of being replaced, and I feel much more confident about it now than I maybe did a year ago. It's got its place and it'll do its thing, but good talent, humans won't be replaced by it.
Yeah, and especially these amazing actors bring something that you weren't expecting. I mean, like, you prompt AI, like, do this, do that, but it's, by the end of the day, you. But the actor is kind of like going through the mind of that character and come up with something that is not on the script. Like, hey, what about this? What if we change that? What if we change the pace like that? It goes beyond the way you as a director or writer envisioned that script. Mm-hmm. And it's insane how important and effective this is. I mean, I've worked with these people and they're like, suddenly at the end of the take, I'm like, this is great, we got it, let's move on. And like, what if we change that? And suddenly like, oh my god, this is a new thing now. And AI wouldn't do that. It just follows order.
And it's also, your satisfaction and your joy out of working.
Yeah, exactly.
You can start dealing with pixels and data and you get an okay voice of it, then
exactly.
You're not going to feel it and be supremely pleased with your work and feel satisfied creatively. But if you're so enthusiastic about it anyway, but if you've had a great day working with a brilliant actor, it makes your job so much more worthwhile.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got the whole customer listening to it and their listening pleasure kind of thing. So it's from all angles, I think, working with humans, and it will remain hopefully forever.
Yeah.
We won't be replaced.
I've become friends with all of them. Like,
we're a nice bunch, haven't you? Amelia and Richard Keep.
Richard is the best.
Richard is the best. He's lovely.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people listening to this dream of becoming voice actors for video games. Practical advice do you have for them to start a strong and sustainable career?
Well, I mean, there's no quick fix, and it's, get some training, be committed, be targeted, get some really good reels. And as long as they treat it, very professionally and be dedicated to the art and the craft and skills that's involved, they'll slowly chip away and make a start. But it's really tough. A lot of people that have maybe been established for years can not get that many jobs a year because it's just so oversubscribed. But it's fantastic once it does get going, and it's a great career. But I would say courses, never stop learning, and, get out to conferences, especially for games and something like Gravy for the Brain. They do a lot of conferences in the UK and America, and go to the talks with industry luminaries, go and listen, go and meet people, go and network, and just create as big as network as possible to try and make contacts and get some work and maybe get an agent and take it from there, really.
Yeah. And I have an advice. Please learn the technicality of working with softwares and all that. Because I've heard a lot of the demos and like, dude, this is horrible. I mean, even if you have a great voice and performance, it's just my focus is like, oh, how bad this sounds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, learn that, please. And it's easier now these days with amazing softwares taking care of everything.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, we have also many game developers and audio directors listening now. What suggestions would you give them when it comes to casting, working with actors, and truly elevating their games through voice talent?
Yeah, I think, it's human nature to want to go back to people you've worked with before, and you maybe have a comfortable core network of voiceover artists that you enjoy working with, and that's worked previously. But it's always nice to try and think outside the box, or maybe just taking a new thought towards casting something completely different from what you were originally thinking, and working with new people, or try a new agent and see what they can suggest, or speak to people and see who's around, and see just how you can widen the scope of maybe the little casting net that you might have anyway. Just widen it, broaden it. Think about more people.
And it's also more exciting finding new people.
Yeah.
It's like finding a new character. Suddenly go, oh, you're suitable for this character that wasn't even created in the script.
Yeah.
We've done that. Yeah. All right. So what are your hopes for the next generation of voice talent? What should they be preparing for this ever-changing industry?
Yeah. Try and be resilient. I think you need to really have a tough skin. Be prepared to take a lot of no's, and I sit here day in, day out, and I hope for one big yes a day, or, making that phone call to say, oh, you've got an offer, but there's so many more no's than you get a yes. So it's being tough skinned, resilient, and keep falling back on your training and keep building your skills, because you should never stop learning a craft like voiceovers or acting, and the different areas of the acting performance. Not everything fits one type of voiceover, so just keep learning, basically. Yeah.
Again, you've mentioned something great advice, that be in the industry, go to events, or like track projects, what's going on in the industry. I mean, for example, a great example is Amelia Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
She's like everywhere. She's a true gamer. She's
fully immersed, isn't she? She's part of the game culture now.
Exactly. I mean, and there are some people who just sit on their couch waiting for the call. What is this, a video game? What's the difference between game and animation?
I think
and it's just exciting talking to these people because they understand.
Yeah, and their enthusiasm shines through. So, and their understanding of the industry, not just the voiceover side of things, but if you can show your like any job interview, if you turn up unprepared and not really understanding what you're going to interview for, you're probably not going to give a good performance. But someone like Amelia, especially, is just fully immersed, and it's fantastic to see. I mean, she's traveling the world now, going to conferences and stuff. So, and BAFTA nominated for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. Really good.
Yeah. All right, Emma. I have a segment on the podcast called Penny for Your Thought, where I ask some deep, personal, and occasionally stupid questions just to get to know my guests better. Are you ready for this? Okay. What's a voice you'll never forget from a game, film, or even real life, and why?
Can I say Red Pepper? Because I mean, he was one of my first ever clients, and his voice is just incredible. And I've always said if I could clone Red, I would. He's just, not only is it the most incredible voice, but it's attached to the most incredible human. He's so fantastic to work with.
I am an undead shaman and spirit talker, very skilled in matters of both mysterious powers and of survival. I serve the god of death who saved me from certain demise.
Consummate professional, always been brilliant. Never, no moaning, no complaining, just gets on with things. And, you couldn't want for better. So a great man and a great voice, I think. So I'm going to say Red.
Wow, awesome. Okay, next one is a very important question.
Okay.
I've never been to the UK and I'm not familiar with the food. What's the one thing that I absolutely must try?
Well, I'm Scottish, so I would say you should try some Scottish food.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm from, my favourite thing in the world is called a buttery or a rowie. So it's like a flat, squashed croissant, but more lardy and salty. And you toast it, and it's the best thing in the world. Have some haggis on it.
Got hungry thinking about it.
And we do in Scotland, I don't know if they do them anywhere else, but mac and cheese pies. So it's macaroni cheese in a pastry pie, and they serve it with brown sauce. I could do a whole podcast on Scottish food.
Amazing. All right, next one. What do you think makes someone truly unforgettable in life or in this industry?
Kindness.
Beautiful.
Yeah, someone who's kind. A kind soul will always go far. People will always appreciate that.
Beautiful answer. Is there a quote or phrase you live by, something that grounds or guides you?
I don't know. My neighbor is. Can I swear?
Yeah, absolutely.
My neighbor embroidered me a cushion, and it says prickly fucker. Everyone calls me a prickly fucker now, which is true. I've got a bit of a short fuse, so I'm a prickly fucker. That's why I live by it.
Awesome. All right. Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Oh, I've met a few, but my favorite was Keanu Reeves.
God damn it. Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, Georgie, who is a friend and on the books, he plays the Elder in John Wick 4, and George knows how much I love Keanu. So he invited me to the premiere, and we went to the after party, and I met Keanu, and we hung out, and he was lovely. And it was a bit of a dream come true, because I've been in love with him since I was about 13, I think.
Wow.
It was great.
Is he grounded, as they say?
Yeah, I think he was really tired. I think he had very bad jet lag, but he stayed the whole night, and he was super polite and just chatting to everyone. And he was, he was great. It was, was so starstruck, really.
Yeah, I know.
Completely starstruck. It was amazing.
Did you try to recruit him?
No.
He's doing voices in games. Amazing voice actor as well.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. No, I didn't try and recruit him. I was too tongue-tied. I think I just blurted out, like, I really like you or something. And I think George was telling him because John Wick, I watched all of the John Wicks. So
yeah, I love them.
Saying I was a great big fan. Shush.
Yeah.
I
had the cinematographer of John Wick's movies on the podcast. And one of the
Wow.
Yeah, he's awesome. Dan Laustsen. All right. What do you think the world will always need more of, no matter how much technology evolves?
Oh, let's say the power of human connection.
Yeah.
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 With that, human understanding begins.
Yeah.
Just give a shot at connection. Yeah.
Have all the tech in the world, but if we don't have us humans aren't connecting anymore, then we're kind of doomed. I mean, what's the point? So we need to stay connected, and even more so now, I think. And I think because of the AI, we'll seek it out. We'll seek out live music. We'll seek out live performances. We'll want to work more and more with humans, I think. So hopefully.
Yeah. So name me some of your favorite films.
Oh, Jaws and Aliens.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
Aliens or Alien?
The second one. I mean, I love
Second
the first one.
That's my favorite as well in the franchise.
Yeah.
It's badass.
It is very much. And Bobby Cece, who I represent, is in Aliens Earth, the new TV series that's just
yeah.
So I can't wait to watch that. So I can't believe I've got Bobby's in that. So yeah, I love Aliens, and Jaws is probably my all-time favorite. I think I watch
What about
once a month.
Awesome. What about TV series?
TV series. Deadwood, I think, was my favorite ever.
Deadwood, that's on my list. Haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it was my favorite. But I've gone blank. TV series. The Gilded Age. I've been watching that recently.
No,
because I did the costume back at drama school, so they're all in their period costumes, so that's quite nice to watch.
Awesome. All right. So, what does success mean to you, and has that definition changed over time?
Maybe. I think, I think it's easy to think that success would be driven by money or, and stuff. But actually, I think what gives you the most satisfaction now, or me, the most satisfaction is learning that you've got a good reputation in the industry, being trusted, and having successful relationships with the clients, like, looking after Red for 20 years. That's a beautiful thing, to nurture someone's career for all that time. You've kind of done life with someone, you go through everything with it. So I think that's success, really. The relationships that I've got with the clients and how they feel about me, hopefully, is positive, and they've had a positive time being repped by Harvey Voices. So rather than money or that kind of thing.
Yeah, beautiful answer. All right, last one.
Oh.
In a noisy world, what's the one thing worth turning the volume up for?
Human voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. The human voice.
That's
the power of the human voice. Let's drive that home. Yeah. Turn up.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. All right. That's it, Emma.
Were we done?
I've known you for a while now, mostly through emails, and I have to say, not only are you a joy to work with, but I've also learned so much from you.
Aww.
And you're a beautiful, kind, incredibly talented and considerate person, and I'm truly honored to be in contact with you. Thank you so much for everything.
Thanks very much. Can we do this once a week? That's a nice pep talk. I could do that more often. Thank you. I can't believe you really wanted to talk to me, because I know you've had some amazing people on your podcast. So
you're one of them. Yeah, I've always wanted to talk to you, and I think I was seeing this AI movement, and I'm a tech head. I love AI and all that, but I mean, if I wasn't working with these amazing talents, I would be like, no way, you don't need that. You're just gonna use AI for everything.
Yeah.
And suddenly I was like, oh my God, I know how different this is. I mean, and your work is so amazing. I was like, I should talk to Emma about this or everything. I should bring the joy back, because a lot of people tune in to the podcast to listen to the voice actors I interview, and they're so excited about it. Clearly they want to be in the industry. So I was like, all right, I have the person for this, Emma. So
thank you.
I think this is going to be very, very, very helpful especially for a younger generation of people who want to be in games, especially now. It's the big thing for them.
I do have on the website, there's an advice page. So if anyone's, I mean, it's for really basic newbies kind of thing, but it's got some hints and tips and stuff. So it's a good place to start. Just read that. And then, and Gravy for the Brain is a really good resource as well. They've got lots and lots of workshops and stuff. So it's good for people starting out.